Alrighty, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Falcons Franchise, and we're here in week 10. We are 2 and 6 at the moment. Things are not going super well for us so far this year, but we're looking to turn things around. I don't think we're quite out of it just yet, and I want to see what this young team can do. And because we're a young team, I want to make sure that we're getting the young guys involved as much as possible. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make Treylon Burks the slot receiver for the rest of the year. And that is simply because we just want him to get as many targets as possible. I think it's going to be good overall for the team to just kind of get everyone eating, get everyone catches, targets, runs, tackles. So I'm going to make a couple more moves like this just to put the young guys in the best position possible. So yeah, another such move is going to be making Drake Jackson a primary pass rusher for us, just so again he can get as many attempts as possible. He hasn't played too many snaps this year, so hopefully this will increase that. And yeah, Thibodeau is still going to be the primary pass rusher on the other side of the ball. All right, we're getting underway here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium with the 2 and 6 Atlanta Falcons taking on the 4 and 4 New York Giants. And I guess the big headline of this one is it's another rookie on rookie quarterback matchup, as we got Malik Willis for the Falcons taking on Matt Corral of the Giants. Giants traded up for him in the most recent draft, and we'll see how he's been doing so far this year when it comes time for that. But yeah, this is a interesting battle of two rebuilding teams. Looks like the Giants' rebuild has been going a little bit better than ours, but they've definitely been at it for much longer, like 10 years. So we're going to be starting out with the football today. So we get a look at Malik Willis. And yeah, we saw this at the mid-season stat checkup last week. Not off to a great start to his career here. First half of the rookie year has been pretty forgettable, and we're going to hope that he can turn things around in the second half of the season, but it really hasn't been great for us so far. So we're going to come out on 1st and 10. I like the look of Jalen Reagor here. It's not going to be open. We're going to throw it to the sideline. We're going to hit Kenneth Walker. Big pickup on the first play of the game. It's going to bring up another first down for the Falcons here. We're going to hand it off to Walker. They're kind of stacking the box here, but, man. We'll try to see if we can work the play action, get somebody open. We're going to fake the give to Walker. Russell Gage was open, but it was overthrown by Willis. Willis has been overthrowing the ball quite a bit this year. Let's hope he doesn't do that on 3rd and 10. Went short to Walker, was hoping he would be able to carry it across the line, but that is not the case. We're close to the line to gain. They do have a lot of punt blockers out, so we're just going to see if we can have Spencer Olsen pin them deep. That's going to be a pretty nice punt from the rookie. It's going to pin them inside the 10. As we'll get a look at Matt Corral and these New York Giants, see how his rookie year has been going quite well. Quite a first half of the season for Matt Corral. We're going to see if we can slow that down with the Giants here. Another thing we have to watch out for is Saquon Barkley. Man. Oh, he broke it up. Okay, cool. Jalen Hawkins with a nice pass break up there. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Giants. I am going to rush with Thibodeau, who's a Giant in real life. And they're going to complete that to Kenny Golladay. He's going to be short of the line to gain. 3rd and 1 here. We're going to come out in the blitz. And it looks like they jumped off sides. So 3rd and 6 following the offsides. We can breathe a little bit easier. Going to be in the zone. And the dump off to Evan Ingram is complete. So that is going to be a Giants first down, unfortunately. Zone kind of betrayed us there, so we're going to switch to a man blitz. I'll be Justin Houston. It is going to be a pass. And it's not going to go very far, but they are going to pick up 2 yards on the first down play there. Still going to stick with man coverage here on 2nd and 8. And it looks like they jumped off sides again, so not a ton of discipline here from the Giants offensive line. So that's going to be a false start. That's going to make it 2nd and 13. Going to come out in the cover 2 nickel. As Corral has the empty backfield, he takes the snap. We tried to get there with Kendall Sheffield, couldn't quite switch onto him, so that is going to be complete. It's going to be another 3rd and 1 for the Giants. I'm going to come out in 4-4. It's an empty backfield. I'll switch to a zone. Involve Joseph. Broke around, could not quite get to corral in time, and he is going to complete that. So back-to-back conversions on 3rd down for the Giants. That puts them at midfield. We're in the 4-4, trying to get pressure. Looks like we got there with Justin Houston. There is a flag on the play, and it is going to be holding. Do I decline this? Yes, I certainly decline this penalty. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 19. Pretty big hiccup for the Giants on their opening drive here, as they're going to look to complete that to Evan Ingram. Jalen Hawkins was in coverage. It's a pretty big mismatch, if I'm being quite honest. And Kayvon Thibodeau is going to get in the backfield. It's his 10th sack of the season. Comes on Matt Corral in a pretty big spot here. And the Giants should punt us the ball right back. So we take over on offense following the punt. We give it back to the Giants. We're going back and forth. New York gets a touchdown. We can't get anything going before the end of the half. That's going to make it 7-0 at halftime. Moving along in the 3rd quarter, we get a field goal finally. And it looks like we're trying to hold the Giants out of the end zone. We're unable to prevent them from scoring. We prevent the touchdown. They get a field goal. It's going to be 10-3. I'm going to jump back in here, finish out this close game we got going in Atlanta. So 1st and 10, we're going to come out passing here. Not a lot doing, at least that I saw. All right, following that failed pass attempt, we're going to come out and try to pass again. I like Pitts over the middle. He's open. That's going to be a completion for a 1st down. Willis is 10 for 20 so far today, sitting right at 50%. We'd like that to be a little bit higher here. So we're going to look to pass again. Traylon Burks was questionably open, but I'm honestly pretty glad that that throw just hit the ground, as I didn't like it as soon as I released it. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. We're going with the empty backfield here. Go for the short completion over the middle to Jalen Reagor. He's actually going to stretch that for quite a bit. It's going to make it 3rd and 1. And we're going to look to punch it through on 3rd and 1 here with Kenneth Walker. Yeah, he's been pretty good in short yardage situations. He picks up quite a few along with the 1st down there. I like the idea of trying to go back to Walker, but just not against this defense. We'll switch to the slants play. And just dump it to Kyle Pitts. It's about the same as a run up the middle. 2nd and 4, still not liking the idea of running against this defense, but we'll try some play action, as they seem like they're trying to stop the run. Play action, and there's tons of space for Willis to maneuver. We'll try a spin move. That was pretty risky, but he picks up 14. It's basically like a option for Malik Willis at that point. If there's space, he should just take off. He shouldn't even try to throw it, because I don't really trust him throwing the ball. I love him running in that situation. 2nd and 10 following a throwaway by Willis on 1st down. We're going to look to pass. As he is hit as he releases, I was looking for Walker there. Arnold Ebiketie, real-life Atlanta Falcon, is down. It's going to be a 3rd and 10 here. We are in field goal range, but I really don't want a field goal. I would love to come away with a touchdown. As I see space for the moment, but not enough to pick up the 1st, it's going to make it 4th and short. I'm going to come out. Hopefully Kenneth Walker can pick up these yards on the ground. Yeah, Walker's able to pick it up. That's what we like to see. 1st and goal for the Falcons here. I might look for Walker in the flat. No, we're going to run it. I don't like that play. We're running it. The run with Kenneth Walker nearly breaks away. One man to beat, tripped him up. He's only going to pick up 4, and Kyle Pitts is going to be injured on the play. Hope the injury to Kyle Pitts isn't that serious, but it's going to be 2nd and goal. Might try the Russell Gage reverse here. And that looks like it's going to work to perfection. We get the touchdown with Russell Gage on the ground. Didn't think I was going to be able to pull that off at any point, but it looks like it works. And we're going to sub in Tyler Kroft for the remainder of this one, as we, again, just don't really want to risk a long-term Kyle Pitts injury, especially when we're going back on defense. Alrighty, 1st and 10 for the Giants. Game is on the line here. Let's see what Matt Corral can do against this Falcons defense, as Barkley tries to find some room up the middle, but he's going nowhere. 2nd and 9, we're coming out in the nickel. I'm going to give a little cushion from our corners here. Rush off the edge with Thibodeau, as Corral fires in the direction of Kenny Golladay. Hits him, Tavon Young on the coverage. Couldn't quite stop him. It's going to be a 1st down here for the Falcons. I'm assuming they're going to be like borderline unstoppable on this drive. 2nd and 5 following the Barkley run. I'm going to switch to the cover 2 man here, as Evan Ingram gets the catch. We're going to switch to the cover 4 drop following that pickup. I just want to prevent the pass as much as possible. And that's going to be caught by Barkley. Really thought that was picked for a second, but it's only going to be a gain of 2 here. So that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Okay, can we make a stop? 2nd and 8 following the 2-minute warning. I'm coming off the edge with Drake Jackson, and we just wrapped up Barkley. Pretty good there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. And we just really don't want to give up this 1st down. Want some press coverage. They're going to hand it to Barkley, and he's not going to get there. We're going to call timeout. Giants coming on the field for the field goal here. It's 4th and 1. I kind of expected them to go for it, as that kick is going to be no good, wide right. So we have a great chance to win this game here. We're going to get the ball at like basically midfield in a tie game with 1.5 minutes left. We have 2 timeouts. The Giants have all of theirs. And I feel good about our chances here. I feel like Malik Willis in like these game-winning drive situations so far has struggled because, as we're going to get a huge run with Walker here, and Matt Hennessy is injured, that's going to force us to use one of our timeouts. But I feel like in the game-winning drive situations that we've had with Malik Willis, we've been pinned deep. So starting at midfield, I think, is going to be really helpful. Obviously, because we have closer distance to go, but also because I don't think he's at the point where he can sustain a game-winning drive down the entire length of the field. I think midfield is a little bit more manageable. So it's going to be 2nd and 11. We're going to go with this play. Ah, man. No good. They wanted me to chew clock, but we still have quite a distance to go to get Younghoe Koo in field goal range. And yeah, I just don't really see how running out the clock is going to be super helpful for us here. We got to get it like a little bit closer than that red line for Koo to even have a chance. Willis, weak throw, but he hits Jalen Reagor. Malik Willis just threw up a prayer there, and it landed in the hands of Jalen Reagor. I am stunned. It's the miracle in Atlanta, as we're going to be well in field goal range now. This is the spot where I'm comfortable running out the clock. Hopefully we can get the Giants to use all of their timeouts here, as we're going to get face masked on the run with Kenneth Walker. And we get the ball on the 10-yard line with a 1st down. I'm tempted to pass it, but I really want to play it safe and get the win. So we're going to pick up 6 there on the 1st down run. Giants are going to use a timeout. And we're going to continue the ground game here on 2nd and 4. This time with Mike Davis. And he pushes forward. Davis has the touchdown, and Atlanta goes up late in this one. It's the first rushing touchdown this year for Mr. Mike Davis, as he has been relegated to the backup role that he had at the beginning of last year when Patterson was on the team. But a good job of fighting forward, plowing through, picking up the touchdown. All right, so the Younghoe Koo extra point was good. We're coming out here looking to prevent just any last-minute bombs to the end zone. I think we should be able to contain them, but we'll see. Our defense is historically known for choking away wins, but that's not going to happen this time. Grady Jarrett gets into the backfield, gets a sack, and forces the Giants to take another timeout. They should only get one more playoff here, so we're just going to send everybody back. And it's going to be complete to Galladay, but he is not going to make it anywhere close to the end zone. And we get the come from behind last second, last minute, whatever, win here. Good to get a hard fought win in, especially in a season that has been kind of disappointing. It's good to come in here, beat a team that's been better than us so far this year, and protect our home turf, because we've also lost a ton of home games. So this is a really important game here for momentum and just kind of overall team morale and things like that. Not a particularly amazing game from Malik Willis, but it was enough to get the job done. Matt Corral looked pretty decent as well. Barkley had a huge game, but this is a pretty big game from Kenneth Walker. He got the main load of the carries here, and he was pretty good, averaging 4.2 a carry. Rushing touchdowns for Mike Davis and Russell Gage. Kenny Galladay was the leading receiver. Ingram. Let's take a look at the guys on our team. Rieger was really good. Pitts, he got injured again. He's been injured a couple times this year, which is a little bit concerning. And then Kenneth Walker, Croft, and Burks. So really interesting game here. No receptions for Russell Gage. Only one for Treylon Burks. We're trying everything we can to get him more involved, but somehow Jalen Rieger is always ending up with the bulk of the receptions. Sacks-wise, one for McGarry, one for Kenneth Walker, 2. Pretty good game from the O-line. Terrell led us in tackles. TFL's none. 2 sacks for Drake Jackson. I think it's his first multi-sack game, but I could be mistaken. And a couple more sacks down the line here. We had a pick from Jalen Hawkins. It's definitely not his first this year. A couple deflections, no forced fumbles, no blocks, safeties, or touchdowns. All right, we're here in Week 11 now, and as you can see, Week 11, Week 12, and Week 13 are all divisional games for us, so this is going to be a huge stretch of games. If we can win all of these, we could hypothetically still be in a wildcard slot, so that's pretty exciting. We also have a breakout player message to take a look at, and it's going to be for Jalen Hawkins, the strong safety. Not super intrigued by this, as he's not really like a long-term player for this team in my mind, but you know, if we can get him going, I'm happy with it. Could impact his situation with the team. We could see him stick around longer. All right, we're here in New Orleans getting our second look at the Saints this year. And yeah, like I was saying, this is going to be a pretty huge game for us. We got the momentum in the win last week. Let's try to carry it with us on the road against our NFC South division rival here. They got the better of us the last time we met them, but I'm hoping that we can split the season series here with them, because this will be a huge, huge game for us in terms of momentum, like I've been saying, but also winning some games, maybe getting closer to a playoff spot. This is kind of like our playoff push right here, these next 3 upcoming games. Final score is going to make this one look closer than it was, but we just got absolutely steamrolled by the Saints here. 46-29 is your score. They came out and just punched us in the mouth early, and we were never able to really come back from that. As yeah, I'm assuming that Malik Willis had a terrible game. Alvin Kamara had a great game. Kenny Pickett probably balled out on us like all of the other rookie quarterbacks have been doing. Oh no. Okay, so Malik Willis got injured, it looks like. He was having a pretty good game before that happened. Then we brought in Mitchell Trubisky, and he got 2 touchdowns, also threw 2 picks. So the quarterback injury, I guess, is the main story here. Kenny Pickett was phenomenal. Rushing, yeah, I knew that Kamara was probably going to have a huge game based on what I saw in the Simcast, and yeah, he went off. Walker kind of cooled off after last week. Pitts led all receivers. He had a huge game. So maybe moving him out of the slot receiver role and into the full-time tight end role was a good move for us, as it looks like he was unstoppable. We'll take a look at just our players here. Gage got some catches. Walker Burks finally getting a little bit more involved, and then you see Rieger there with the touchdown. In terms of blocking, Caleb McGarry gave up a sack. What else is new? AJ Terrell led us in tackles. 4 TFLs for Grady Jarrett, and I think I'm going to re-sign him. I think we're going to start negotiations with Grady Jarrett next week. See if we can bring him back for next year, because he's been really good for us, and our defense is phenomenal, so I would hate to lose any key contributors. So we get a few more TFLs there. Thibodeau with the lone sack, no picks, a couple of deflections, no forced fumbles, blocks, safeties, or touchdowns. Looks like Jalen Hawkins must have got like a TFL or something, because he got star dev. So that's really cool to see. He also gets 20,000 XP. So I will certainly take that. It'll be interesting to see how that impacts him going forward, as I wasn't really looking to bring him back, but we'll take a look and see what we can do about that. So Grady Jarrett wants a 2-year deal, and I think I'm very comfortable offering that to him, and we can reassess again in 2 years. I'm assuming he will start to regress by then, but I think this is a very fair contract for what we can get out of a 29-year-old. I'll even bump it up to an even 4 and then $6 million. So 2 years, 20 mil for Grady Jarrett. We'll see if he takes it. And he says it's perfect. So we will retain the services of one Grady Jarrett. Then I also want to take a look and see if, I was checking to see if Jalen Hawkins needed to be re-signed, but it looks like he is going to stick around. And yeah, very cool. So Grady Jarrett's back. So after the dev trait upgrade and the XP, Jalen Hawkins is actually looking pretty nice right now. And I know that we were looking at Tremaine McAllister, that strong safety prospect, but honestly, if this is what Jalen Hawkins is going to be looking like, I might reconsider my plans for the draft. I don't know. We'll see. So we're looking to rebound after the tough loss to New Orleans last week here in Carolina. So we're coming out in our red pants. And yeah, like I really, last week's game, after seeing that Willis was injured for most of it, I'm kind of like less kind of upset about it. Just knowing that it wasn't fully like on him. He wasn't out there throwing like 5 picks and had like a 40% completion. He was actually doing fine up until getting injured and having Trubisky go into the game. So that game is what it is. It's unfortunate that's how it had to go down, but I'm just looking to move past it in this game against Carolina. Hopefully we can get a full game from Willis and get the win here. So both teams forced 3 and outs to start this one. We're going to get a touchdown, though, at the end of the first quarter. Going through the second quarter, Panthers answer back. We get a touchdown. We get a field goal. And they get a touchdown. So it's going to be 17-14, close game here in the third quarter. Nothing much doing. We score. All right, we're going to do this last defensive possession. They're pinned on the 1-yard line. So we're going to see what we can do. I'm going to guess this is going to be a run up the middle. Hopefully that doesn't backfire. But I'm hoping we can get a stop. Chuba Hubbard just is able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd and 10. We're going to look to do the same thing. They might have to snap it. They might not have the 2-minute warning, and they do. It's going to be another give to Hubbard. He's going to get a little bit of space, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 8 after the 2-minute warning here. We're coming out in the zone, and we are able to break that pass up. Be interesting to see what they do here. It's a tough spot. It's kind of like this is this place where you'd want to punt the ball, but man, that's tough. He caught that fully. Wow. Okay. They're marching down the field. I am really hoping we do not blow this game. That got me really nervous. 2nd and 7, we're switching it to man coverage because we got cooked on that zone play on 4th down. I'm going to be Drake Jackson, see what we can do against the right tackle, nothing much. Zach Ertz gets the catch, and they're still in the no huddle. That was a 1st down. Hubbard catches it. That's going to be another 1st down. They're still in the no huddle. We're going to still stick to our man defense here, as that one's batted and caught by Hubbard. I wonder if Christian McCaffrey has been injured. It's been all Chuba Hubbard here, as we're going to get in there with Thibodeau, force a throwaway from Cousins. I was really hoping for a sack there. So we get a chance to switch up our defensive look. We're going to go with this dime zone here. Cousins is alone in the backfield. He takes the snap. Deion Jones in. This can be one-on-one coverage. Tavon Young, what are you doing, man? Pass interference in a terrible spot. We are fully going to choke this game away. First and goal for the Panthers, not looking good. Nice break up there. Second and goal. Let's run the same play that just worked. Maybe Thibodeau on the inside. Cousins has all day to throw. No one's open, and Deion Jones is going to break into the backfield. They have to call a timeout, and they have 11 seconds, probably 2 downs, if we're being realistic, to go for the end zone here. We want to give some cushion. Thibodeau fighting. No one was open for Cousins. Pressure got there. He was again able to throw it away. All right, 4th and goal. We're giving them all the cushion in the world. We just don't want completion in the end zone. And it's going to be incomplete. I did not play that great as Richie Grant, but we were able to force the incompletion. Panthers do not score. We are going to hold on here, get the close win, 26-21. And that might keep our playoff hopes alive. That was a really ugly way to end the game, but a win's a win. A win is a win is a win is a win. And I will certainly take as many of those as we can get here. And with that, we've already matched our win total from last year. So unless we lose out the rest of our games, I am ready to chalk this season up as kind of a success. Taking a look at the stats, no injury for Willis today, and he does quite well. This is one of the best Malik Willis games we've seen, so I will certainly take that. Cousins definitely struggled, especially down the stretch. McCaffrey did get injured, but he managed to get a touchdown before that. Kenneth Walker cooled off after that game against the Giants where he was really good. Davis got some carries in there. Willis was fine as a runner too. Kyle Pitts led all receivers in yards. He also had a touchdown. Russell Gage had a touchdown. Treylon Burks got a touchdown too. That might be his first touchdown. I really don't know. But it's good to see him getting involved, and it's good to see Jalen Reagor not be super involved. Blocking, 2 sacks from both of our tackles. Did anyone else do bad? No. Defense, Luakun led us in tackles. Thibodeau had 3 for loss and 5 sacks. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Thibodeau was a menace today. Jarrett and Jones also got in there. Picks for Terrell and the Luakun too. Terrell has been phenomenal. I think that's his 4th or 5th interception. He also had 3 deflections, no forced fumbles, no blocks, safeties, or touchdowns. Great game from the Falcons here. And yep, Kayvon Thibodeau was your NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Really hard to beat 5 sacks. Phenomenal performance from the rookie. I feel like this game really has to help his Defensive Rookie of the Year campaign as well. I would love to see him be the D-Roy this year just because it'd be cool. And if he can get up to Superstar X Factor, I will be more than pleased. Absolutely huge game in Atlanta about to get underway as we're taking on the 7-4 Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now. We've won 2 of our last 3. One of those was against the Panthers. We're looking to beat the Bucs. They're atop the NFC South right now, so it would be huge to knock them off here. We are still, although we're 4-7, I'm still pushing for the playoffs. I like what we've been doing. Feels like we figured things out in the second half of the season a little bit more here. So I'm really hoping that we're able to keep our pedal to the metal, come out, punch the Bucs in the mouth, and get a big win here because, again, playoffs are still the goal, and I think we can do it. Tom Brady and the Bucks are going to be starting with the football here today. Brady's looking super good so far this year. He's almost better than Kenny Pickett, if you can believe it. He's right up there with Matt Corral, a couple of the best quarterbacks in the league right there. But we're going to look to stifle that, as we're going to switch to man coverage, just because I'm a little scared of Chris Godwin and Mike Zilla over there, and for good reason. We haven't been very good on like the opening plays of defensive series, but hopefully we'll wake up a bit. We've done it in the past. As Drake Jackson is going to go unblocked, get a nice little run at Tom Brady there. He's going to force an incompletion. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. We're going to continue to dial up pressure. So we're going to blitz our linebackers. He's going to dump it off to Brate on the outside. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8, and we are going to stick with the double A-gap blitz. The pressure seems like it's been throwing Brady off, and he throws it right into the hands of A.J. Terrell. Huge interception to start the game. The pressure has been working, and it's forcing bad throws from the quarterback as Terrell gets maybe his 5th pick of the season. 1st and 10. We're not going to get too excited. We're going to stick with the run here. Just try to get things going with Walker, as Jake Matthews is down on the ground. Never good to see your starting left tackle leave the game after one play, but we're going to try to survive here. As the backup comes in, pressure came almost instantly. The linebacker was not picked up. Willis had to throw it away. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. I want to try to get away with the screen. I just don't trust it. We'll try to pick it up on the slants. The middle of the field looks pretty open. We'll slant Burks as well. Maybe leave Walker in to be a blocker. Do the snap. It's a fake blitz. It's a disguised look. We're going to try to roll out with Willis, and it's not going to work. Tried to throw it to Pitts at the last second, but unfortunately, we can't do a ton with the interception that we got on the opening drive. As we'll keep Jake Matthews in. This is a pretty big game. And I might look to try the field goal here. I think 55 is like the absolute maximum that Younghoe Koo can achieve. A little bit shanked on the meter. Let's see if he's got it. And it's going to fall short. That's brutal. I thought that was going in. I messed it up a little bit on the downswing there. Don't know if that played into it or if that was just an unmakeable kick, but that really hurts. Bucks make us pay for the missed field goal, but we answer back with a touchdown. I'm going to go offense only. I might try to jump in if there's a good moment for us to get some points as the Bucks score quickly. Bucks get a touchdown before the half. That's going to make it 21-14. Hopefully we can hang in there, as it looks like they're going to get a field goal and then a touchdown. So we end up scoring. It's a 2-possession game. Play all defense, but not this time around. See if our defense can hold them. And they do. Are we able to score? We are. So we got to get a big stop here. We're going to run the double A-gap blitz. That was working pretty well the last time we were on defense. And we shut down Leonard Fournette there pretty well. Definitely want to keep the pressure coming here on 2nd and 7, so we're going to rock with a zone blitz. Maybe I'll be Troy Anderson. And Jalen Hawkins swoops in. The 2nd-year safety out of California gets his 3rd pick of the season. 2nd, possibly, 2nd that we know of for the Falcons in this game, as that is a big play in a big spot from the safety right there. I am loving what we've been seeing from him, and it's really making me not want to draft that safety there in the 1st round. But let's not worry about the upcoming draft right now. Let's try to win this game against the Bucks. We gotta still, I want to be a little conservative. Yeah, that, like, can't be doing that. That was almost tragic, but we are going to live to see 2nd and 10 here. I don't know what I'm doing in terms of plays, but we're going to run this one. crazy, crazy, craziness just happened right there. Absolute insanity. I I have seen some of the craziest catches that I have ever seen in Madden when I've been recording this, and that one takes the cake. That was nuts. I'm completely in disbelief, but we've got to shake that off and just play some defense. I'm going to switch to man coverage, and it's not going to work super well. It's going to be a give to Fournette on first down. We're going to contain that pretty well. It's going to be 2nd and 10. We're just going to be sticking with the blitz that's been working for us all game here. Hopefully we can force them to do something stupid. And not really. They're just going to throw it away. So it's going to be 2nd and 12. Again, I'm running this double A-gap blitz. Brady hasn't been great when we've been able to get in his face, and that is going to continue. We send pressure at Brady. He has to make a quick throw. It doesn't quite work out. We're going to get the ball back. Alrighty, Malik. Gotta forget about that last interception. That shouldn't even count. That should be like 2 touchdowns, 2.5 interceptions. Should we run it here just because we got the 2-minute warning right after? I think we're going to run it. See if we can catch them sleeping. Not really. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 coming out after the 2-minute warning. Can't be playing scared. And Treylon Burks drops that. Probably should have tried to go with the possession catch there, but I thought he was going to be able to get into space. It's going to be a quick 3rd and 7. I guess we'll stick with this play. I'm not like in love with it. And Willis is going to run. Does he get the first down? I don't know if he did. He did. Okay, wow. We're at midfield. 1st and 10. Going to screen it to Kenneth Walker. He's actually going to be able to get open. We're going to go into the no huddle. That was a decent pickup on the screen. Going to go with slants middle here. And Pitts is wide open. He is overthrown. He is overthrown. He was wide open. That could have been a touchdown. My God. We are living and dying by Malik Willis right now, as we're going to try to run it up the middle, get the first down. Terrible decision to juke there. We're going to have to call a timeout. I really should have been more careful when I was calling that last run play. I should have gone with something more like this. We'll see if this can work here. And it's going to. Walker's actually going to break off a pretty big run. There is a flag. I'm worried that it's going to be holding. Yep. So this might be coming back. It's holding on Caleb McGarry. Just another reason why he's terrible and we should look for a replacement. It's going to be 4th and 5. That is so brutal. Willis is going to get outside. He's going to fall forward. He's been great on the ground. All right, so Willis managed to get out of bounds. The clock doesn't move. We get the first down. And Rieger makes a nice catch. We're going to hurry back to the line. This has been insanity. All right, good job to actually not catch that in bounds because that wouldn't have been great. It's going to be 3rd and inches. Another like inches situation here. Do we give him the ball? I think we have to. And he's going to pick it up. We're going to hurry back. All right, maybe that was a mistake. We get Tyler Croft. That was a nice little pickup. 1st and 10, 12 seconds left. We need a touchdown. We're on the 11-yard line. Oh, God, dude, I'm nervous. I am really nervous. See if we can get the slants play going. No one's really going to get open. We got to throw it away and save some time here. Okay. 2nd and 10. 6 seconds left. We got to get 11 yards. Throwing for the end zone, nearly intercepted. That is going to be the game, too. Time is going to run out. Man, tough loss here for the Falcons. A lot of things didn't go our way in that one. That circus interception really comes to mind, but that was a great effort by our guys as we nearly forced overtime there. But unfortunately, we're just not going to get it done. Taking a look, valiant effort from Willis, but this doesn't look like a really good game, but it felt good. I'll say that. Doesn't look good on paper, but the actual game itself was a bit different. Brady was phenomenal. Kenneth Walker, I like what I saw. We really shut them down in terms of running the ball. Fournette and Kyron Williams weren't really able to do much. Mike Evans leads everybody in receiving. Treylon Burks, though, is right behind him. So we take a look at just our guys here. Yeah, great game from Burks. This is the first time we've seen him kind of stand out on the receiving stat chart. Gage was pretty good. More receptions for less yards. Pitts had a touchdown. Rieger and Walker got involved, and then Croft had that little dump-off play when we were trying to get the last-second touchdown. Oh my God. Caleb McGarry gives up 5 sacks. Man, you would want 5 sacks in half of a season, not one game. That's brutal. Troy Anderson with 11 tackles, 2 for loss. And Thibodeau gets 2 sacks. Jarrett with 1.5. Jackson and Hawkins get in there. Hawkins also had a pick, same with Terrell. Deflections, no forced fumbles, blocks, safeties, or touchdowns. So that's going to do it for this episode of Falcons Franchise. Tough loss against Tampa Bay to end the episode there, but we were right there in it for most of the game. I like where this team is going. We're trending upwards. We've already matched our win total from last season, which is good. And we might not be able to make a playoff push this year. We'll see how the next couple weeks go in the next episode. But 2 kind of deflating losses to the Saints and Bucks might have bumped us from the playoffs, as we're sitting there at 4-8 going into week 14. I'm excited to see where this team can go, how we can develop, what we can do next year with more draft picks, maybe some free agents that we sign, and some of our rookies this year in their second year with a year of NFL football under their belt. So that's going to do it for this episode. Keep it locked here for more Falcons Franchise, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.